Welcome to the Edamame Anime Club, where we are leveling up our anime watch list. I'm Steve, joined by my two co-hosts.
Alexander, as always, great to be here.
And Marcus, the F rank hunter. Super sucker.
F rank hunter. Nobody wants you to come on them.
They won't even let me in the dungeon.
In case you guys are wondering what we're going to be reviewing today, we're going to be doing season 1 of Solo Leveling. Which, if you haven't heard of that anime by now, I don't even know if you're
under
anime.
A bridge.
Yeah, you might not even watch anime.
I know season 2 is already out, and we're a little late to the game, but we wanted to get the season 1 out. That way we can do season 2.
Yeah, we started watching season 2. Well, me and Marcus, and we were just like, holy crap. We digress. We got to go back to
for another time
leveling of season 1. Yes.
Season 1.
For those that don't know, Solo Leveling is a Korean manhwa, and the Solo Leveling is translated in Korean as Only I Level Up. It was serialized in 2018 as a webcomic, and when the anime was announced in 2022. I don't know. Yeah. It was a pretty notable anime that came out in 2020.
Yeah.
And the webcomics, I'm not sure if it's getting popular, but we've seen a couple webcomics come here.
Yeah.
I think Undead Unluck was a webcomic, and so was 100 Girlfriends. There was one after that.
Yeah.
They were like fighting for first place on the webcomic.
Yeah, it's actually interesting. A lot of famous anime started as a web comic, I guess.
So go check out manhwas.
Yeah, manhwas. There's apparently a bunch of them. Like, for example, Mushoku Tensei is one. He wrote it as a web novel before becoming actually illustrated as light novel. Anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and dive right into our full review. Spoiler alerts right here. If you haven't seen it and don't want to be spoiled, go watch season 1 of Solo Leveling.
Go watch it.
Yeah, go ahead and pause this right now. Go ahead and watch it. Like this, share it, and then hop back in and then finish the full review, because we're about to jump into some of the reviews that other people have left, and they might spoil it. Then we're gonna spoil it.
Yes. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a good review. Tidy Martin 86209 gives Solo Leveling season 1 a 10 out of 10. Very exciting. Absolutely glues you to the screen. As a Bleach fan trying to find something after 1,000-year blood war, something special was needed to quench that thirst, and this absolutely takes the biscuit. Everything you could ever want from a fast-paced, toe-curling, edge-of-your-seat anime. I love the whole leveling up stats and ranked dungeons. Clearly takes the concept from WoW, which I think he's talking about World of Warcraft.
Definitely.
Each and every episode grips you. Although I am only on episode 10, I found myself searching frantically for news of the season 2. This is definitely for the Bleach and Demon Slayer fans. If anyone was to ask me for a recommendation of an anime, this would be at the top of my list. Yeah. I mean, clearly he liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's comparing it to like Bleach and Demon Slayer. Those are both pretty good anime, so I could see it being up there with them too. I don't know if I would compare it to them, because it's kind of sword wielding and sword users, but I guess you could kind of make the argument there to him.
Yeah. I feel like he's doing a good job comparing them, because they can be comparing them, but the nuance, he just says he loves ranking up in dungeons. So, that's not a very good comparison. But, he gives it 10 out of 10. So if you like leveling up in dungeon.
World of Warcraft.
Tidy Martin.
Tiny Martin. Good. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a good review.
Yeah. Although, why World of Warcraft? Couldn't they have taken it from Diablo? Old school Diablo game?
I don't know. I guess level up in dungeons. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, here's our bad review. This one's done by Epic Neural. He gives Solo Leveling a 6 out of 10. Bland and generic. This anime has no plot. It's just mindless slaughter of enemy after enemy while the character levels up. It's literally a power fantasy of some gamer. If you like to watch game streams, you may enjoy this anime. Do not think too much. There is no plot. Just go into a dungeon and defeats the enemies. Go to the next dungeon, defeat the next enemy, and you get the... I do not understand the hype. Any other shonen around is way, way better. The author even looks like he forgot this was not an isekai, and the main character just transforms into some random, more cute version of himself. And they just go with it. The fighting scenes are not even that good.
I mean, you could make the argument with every anime. Demon Slayer, they go into a village and fight demons. They go, Bleach, they go into the other world.
It has a plot.
Yeah. There's you could say that about every anime that
I don't think he was watching it.
I mean, I've never seen One Piece, but I could say they go in a boat and
they fight pirates.
They fight pirates.
No story. They're
just mindlessly going on the boats.
My actual biggest issue with this guy's review is he wrote that, but gave it a 6 out of 10. Like, you're basically
kind of liked it.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. You're saying it's all right. Like
it's all right. Boring.
Yeah.
No plot.
Yeah.
All he does is get cuter.
He was pretty spot on with that.
I think.
I agree. Yeah.
I think he wanted to be an isekai.
He wanted to be an isekai.
Well, it basically is. But he gets reborn as himself.
All right. So those are the reviews from other people.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and dive into exactly what is Soul Leveling about. That guy said it has no story, but what is the story?
I mean, really, it's just the introduction is actually kind of iconic because it has that meme of the double dungeon with that face with a smile on it.
Oh yeah,
it's very iconic.
The statue.
Yeah, that's been kind of noted around before the anime even dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a big, interesting point that's been made. But really, it's about going to this double dungeon dragon. Not double dungeon. Sorry, a lot of D's in there. Double dungeon, and he's in there, and everyone's getting slaughtered, and he's the one actually that figures out how to like appease this god, and therefore he saves a bunch of people.
Yeah.
But he also sacrifices himself.
Really?
And before he actually gets killed, he says like, "I wish I was stronger" or something.
Oh.
Well,
really, the plot is he's trying to save his mom or girl? What is it?
It's his sister.
It's his sister.
That's an inner plot though. That's that because it's all about.
That's the whole reason.
That he's a hunter.
Charles, come here, Charles.
That he's a hunter. That's the only reason he's a hunter.
Yeah.
So he can make money.
It's like so essentially like the whole overarching backstory is like these dungeons or gates appear, right? Monsters come out and like they're destroying the world, like, and conventional weapons don't work, like they can't kill the monsters. And then I guess the people start to realize that they have latent powers, and they realize that they have to use these powers to kill the monsters, and then go in the dungeons and basically conquer the dungeon to close it. And I guess like the longer the dungeons are open, like the more powerful they get, and they spawn out more powerful monsters and stuff. Like the very first episode is like they're like in a destroyed city. It's like the very first gate that opens up or something like that, or an island. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah.
Well, they had already awakened their powers. I think it's just maybe the gate opened and is destroying the city because they have to fight an army of.
They're like in the future. Like,
ants.
it's like the second time they go back. Like it's like the expedition back.
Yeah, and they're getting smoked.
Yeah, and then that's when we learn about all these badass hunters.
Yeah,
and then we just find out that the main character is a level E class hunter, like the lowest you can be.
Yeah.
So like I said, the humans that gain powers, the power level is like static. They don't change. They're either A rank, B rank, C rank.
They mention reawakening, so
yeah,
kind of. Yeah, you're right.
They do mention that some reawaken.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's necessarily what's happening though.
Yeah,
because they don't ever explain what reawakening is. It's some people can level, but his reawakening is in the form of like.
I think that they like it's basically like a reroll. They don't really explain it very well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's done better in the actual manual. Yeah. One thing I didn't really understand about this, maybe it like flew over my head, is that like the crystals and stuff they get out of it's like the currency. But like, how is it like the money now? Like they can power like
armor.
I forget what it was.
They can make weapons and armor and all kind of stuff,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so that's why everyone fights in the dungeon.
Yeah, they kind of don't touch on it after that.
Like, I could sell this gold, or you could make a sword out of it. There's a lot that goes into that, and there's a lot of unknowns, which is fine because it's still going on. So, but really, that's the main plot really that we get out of it.
After episode 2, the main character, Jin-woo, he becomes what they call a player, and he's capable of leveling. Like everyone else remains the same. He like gets experience from the monsters and stuff like that. And I don't know. They don't really explain like the system. There's like an overarching gaming system that's like giving him quests and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's what I've always, because that's why like the reawakening doesn't make sense to me. Because is that the reawakening where you look now like in a game? Like it's basically
could be
like Sword Art Online kind
of. But nah, I don't think so. I think that because doesn't he go back and he tries to like touch the little globe again, and he like his power doesn't change? You know what I'm saying?
I remember he touches it the first time. I don't know if they redo it. They might ask him. They might have asked him.
But like after he comes back, right? I can't really remember.
Yeah,
I might be misremembering.
There's a lot that there's so much in the story, but I mean, really, that's just the introduction to the whole thing, and the plot for it is really basically, and this is him just leveling up.
Yeah.
Like every time he kills something, he starts killing it. It's every monster creature he takes out that's bigger, badder, he levels up from it. And I really do like that aspect of leveling up. Kind of reminds me of South Park, the episode where they're like killing the pigs on and they're
the World of Warcraft.
They're leveling up that way. Like it's but except he's killing some big bads and stuff like that.
He beats that dungeon and gets turned into a character basically. Like a gaming character.
He's also got items which they don't touch on that too much. Like he's got like
like I guess he's got like inventory.
Yeah,
like he's completing quests and getting items.
He's like wearing the items, but like making them invisible or something.
He could like open up like a little, I don't even know, like a little portal and reach his hand and grab whatever he wants.
But doesn't he equip himself with armor like for better stats? But like he's wearing it, but not like.
Oh yeah, he does. Like he equips it in his little character slot.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first thing is when he kills. Was it a wolf? The first like he gets like a dagger.
Yeah, I think it was like a wolf. Yeah, like right in the very beginning.
Yeah, he gets like a dagger.
And we get in the pros and cons of what we like about this anime.
Yeah.
I think the pros of this whole anime, the aspect of just leveling up. I do like that it has that Sword Art Online game feel.
Yeah.
The way the menu pops up and stuff like that, you can read it. Like
getting quests.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I really enjoy that aspect of it. I think it really plays well into the story, opposed to just being some random gaming option screen, even though it is random.
Yeah.
So I do think that's a pro.
Yeah.
What do you guys got?
Yeah, I think it's a pro too. Like he's going through. I guess this will touch on some of the scenes, but he's getting quests to like do stuff, and like it's like popping up in real time. Like your quest is this now. I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm actually gonna say that's a con for me. I found the gaming system probably the least interesting part of it. Like it's more like the mechanism that progresses the story. Although I guess I'll touch on it more in my final review. I want more from this gaming system, which is I guess why I'm calling it the least interesting part. Like I want it, like it's obviously super important, but they're like, I'm saying I don't really know what's going on or what's the quest. Like I'm waiting for like the big reveal. She's the one that hasn't touched on that too much. It's more like the vehicle that moves the plot along. Yeah.
And we'll get to characters in a bit, but the villains in here, other than these monsters, there's some actual villains in here.
Oh yeah,
like there's like betrayal from like other dungeon,
the other hunters and
stuff. The other betrayal from them to get loot. There was like this prison system of murdering prisoners. There's so much in that with outside of the monsters. There's villains within these hunters, and I think that plays on the story and it makes it more interesting. It's because he's not just fighting monsters; he's fighting other hunters.
Yeah,
which really just shows like the leveling aspect where like he's getting better because they all thought he was weak.
Yeah,
because it isn't. I don't know if it shows like their rank. But he doesn't show him like to other people that he's ranking up.
Yeah.
No, they all think he's still E rank.
Yeah, everyone thinks he's E rank.
Which makes it even more awesome. Man.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool, and especially because he looks like he's leveled up. Like he's
all buff.
He's ripped. Like gets out of the hospital, he's running miles. He's like, you've been working out.
He does start doing like push-ups, leveling up his strength.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny. I think that's kind of a pro. I mean, I got other pros.
I liked kind of like the political wheeling of dealing that they had, whereas like, there's like the government trying to act against corporations, and corporations are trying to like headhunt the best, I guess the hunters, I guess, is like the S ranks.
S rank.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 different, I guess, like mercenary groups, but they're like corporations, giant corporations that have like taken over the conglomerate. Like some of them like they bid on the dungeons and then go fight them and stuff. Like I thought that was kind of cool. I liked that was
I agree.
An interesting part of it.
Yeah.
Got any other pros? Before we jump at these cons and ruin this anime for everyone.
Nah, I think that's basically it. I guess I would say my first con is like no real romantic interest. Like
I thought there was going to be, and I wanted it.
Yeah. The first episode, like it seemed like that chick really liked him, and
I thought that was going to happen. I'm disappointed.
I guess it is called solo leveling. If he had his girlfriend with him, it'd be like some love interest.
Yeah. Juhi, the healer. Yeah, I wanted something to happen.
Yeah. I really did. I didn't even think about that. You said that definitely is a con.
Especially whenever like they meet again, like in like the middle of the I guess the season. Like he goes to help him again, and they are like reunite from the double dungeon.
Yeah, well,
she was there.
She thinks she's dead, or she thinks
I think she thought he was dead, but they do it. They run the thing again.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I really did. I didn't even think about what she said. That's a huge con for me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, and this gonna give me a lot of hate. We've seen a lot of good MCs throughout this show. He's not one of the.
You don't like him as an MC?
He's not one of the better MCs out there.
Okay.
Personally, like I mean, I always say the best MC is from Apothecary. I like her. I forget her name, but there's a
Mao.
Yeah, Mao. But like as far as him being the MC, I really don't like him that much as the MC. I don't really like the character.
He does have like an anti-hero vibe to him.
I don't know. It's something about him. He doesn't grow on me. Same thing with Denji, and same thing with in Demon Slayer. I don't like the main character there either. I'm a Tanjiro. Come on, dude. I know. It's just one thing. It's just like they don't grow on me.
I think you just don't like main characters.
Tanjiro and Denji and Sungwoo are nothing like each other.
I'm saying, but they're all MCs of their anime. You know?
Yeah,
all the main characters.
I don't think you like I think you like side characters or something. You're just a side character.
Krillin is a main character.
Krillin.
I just don't like him as a main character. I know
I kind of agree. I mean, he's not that much like other than like leveling up. I mean, everything's centered around him, and he's just
in the beginning. He's likable. I like him in the beginning. I like him in the very beginning because he's like pathetic, and he's like, I guess I'll go.
That's where I hated him the most.
I liked him in the beginning, and then I slowly not like him.
The more stoic he got, I guess I liked him more.
And I was the opposite. I liked him at the beginning of him being this weak with bandages.
And
he's like stabbing goblins.
Like everyone's like, stand back, I'll take care of this. Just go over there and rest. I liked him there.
He's getting fucked up. He's like having to get healed all the time.
They show him like dead one time or whatever, like nearly dead. He only has like one shoe.
I liked him then, and I like how he's like a legend. Because they're like, when he walks in, he's like, what's that guy's doing? Is he like a legend or something? Oh no, he's just like the weakest hunter.
He's the weakest hunter
ever to exist. So I liked him then, and then he just didn't grow on me later on. I think in season 2 I like him better because, and I'll get into that memorable scenes how season 1 ended. But as far as this season, I didn't like him much.
So that's the main character's a con for you.
Yeah, that's one of my big cons.
Yeah, I mean, I already touched on the con for mine, which was the gaming mechanics system. Other than that, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a solid anime. I mean,
I think that one guy kind of had it right on saying it's not something you're really supposed to think too hard about. Just kind of go on and enjoy it. You know?
Dungeon slogging.
Yeah.
Well,
the animation's good. Forgot to.
Okay, I will say this is a con, and it's not really their fault, but because it's a Korean manhwa, all their names are like basically impossible.
Yeah, Jin-woo.
Yeah.
They're named like a freaking like the Queen Dynasty.
Yeah,
that's what they all named like.
Well, it's
Chahe.
Perfect timing because we're jumping to characters.
Yeah.
So let's get in this character list.
So
there's only a couple we need to know. Really, the main character is Sungwoo, and then the other
Jin-woo.
one.
Jin-woo is the main character.
Sunwoo,
but
Jin-woo.
Sung is what they call him.
Well, Sung is like his last name. Jin-woo.
Yeah, and then there's the girl. What's the girl's name? Juhi.
Yeah, Joohee. Juhi.
Very likable character. I like her.
Yeah.
I think she was very genuine and always kind of like a protective.
Like, oh, you're gonna die.
See, like I'm looking at the characters right now, and this guy was pretty main character, but his name is Dong Hun. Who is he? Like looking at him, I remember him, but like say some of these names and
Dong Hun.
The only other one I think we might need to know is his sister. Doesn't play anything pivotal, right?
She ain't said a word.
Dude,
she's laying comatose.
I'm gonna throw that as a con too, because they forget about her.
She just
yeah.
Wait, I thought his mother was comatose.
That's his sister. He like visits her once, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get you out. And he's still like pathetic.
Yeah. Are they? No, they're living together now, right? Or he does get her out? I forget. I don't know.
No, she's still in the. Okay. Might be his mom.
Maybe it is.
I think it's his mom. He's trying to get the elixir of life.
Yeah, because she's all old.
Oh yeah, you're right.
She has very long black hair.
Like so, they say like some people just like went to sleep and never woke up.
Yeah, because her comatose state is because of this. Dungeons being brought up whenever the whole world changed from that. That's why they can't get her out of it, because it's induced by this magical land now.
Yeah. I always wonder where the damn ants came from, man. They never went back to the ants.
Those ants.
Big ass white ants.
Because it's such a good introduction, right? Like we gotta see some
the A rank hunters like flying around.
Yeah, we haven't seen
like the B rank hunters are gonna die, and then the A rank hunters come. Yeah. They heal them all. That's a badass scene.
Yeah, that's like the first 5 minutes, and then we get nothing like that again.
As far as characters, don't know. I don't know.
That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first season, there's no really
It becomes the characters are more important from what I've seen for the beginning of season 2.
Yeah. Where he starts anyway.
Yeah.
But like other than the freaking first episode where the double dungeon happens, like I don't remember none of those people. Like it's all about the Jin-woo.
Yeah,
Jin-woo sung. It's all about him. It's like
solo
leveling.
Solo dolo leveling.
Yeah, solo dolo leveling. Yeah. So once and that's really fine. I mean, the characters, we'll get better characters throughout the seasons. That'll be more supporting characters. I mean, I guess we'll kind of touch base on some of our favorite or memorable scenes.
Yeah. You were just talking about episode 1 with the ants, like
Yeah,
that sets the tone because the very beginning they're like shelling like
it looked like Iwo Jima. I was like, dude, this is gonna be good. And then all of a sudden they're like fighting with swords. I was like, what is going on? And then the freaking ants come out. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know about this. But then the A team comes in. They're all badass, like freaking start smoking these freaking ants and healing everybody. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great introduction to this like ranking system of hunters.
Yeah,
because you're seeing her like, we're not gonna survive. And they like damsel.
The dude comes out and just like barefisting them, just smacking them. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I said this whenever I talk about the pros about these villains they had. I mean, really dealing with that first villain that he pretended he's like, yeah, we just need someone to meet our numbers for the quota, so you can join our team. And him and the other person join the two randoms join that team, and they end up trapping them, and they're gonna come back later to get their loot. Yeah. Which is that fight scene was really cool because he ends up killing a giant spider, which was pretty epic. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. Yeah. He comes up underneath them, and it's the guy that's like trapped with them is like scared. He's like, what are you gonna do? We're gonna die. And then he just because he doesn't know he's a badass. So that whole scene with that betrayal was pretty good. Yeah.
I was actually going to name this as one of my favorite scenes, the one you're talking about. And it's like right after he kills the spider, right? And then the group comes back in to basically take all the loot, right? And there's like 4 or 5 of them, right? Yeah. So I've said this before, but I'm a huge sucker for the reveal of the power level, right? Whenever like the normal people actually get to witness it, right? Oh, so these guys are coming in there to kill Jin-woo. And, it's like 5 versus 1. And they think he's dead already, right? Because he's like pretending to be dead. He's like laying down. And he stands up. And then he's like, that's when the system gives him the quest to kill those guys. Yeah. And he says, kill them or you'll die. Yeah. And he's before he doesn't really want to kill people. Yeah. But then he basically just says, like, fine. Like, if the system, like, lets me use its power, I'll let the system use me. Or there's something to that effect. And he fucking, like, just murks them all. Like the first guy, like, dies in one swing. And everyone else is just like, oh shit. Yeah, so like I said, I'm a sucker for those scenes. Like that one was like it for me.
And then there was the other scene where the other betrayal scene where they had this S rank hunter going in there with prisoners, and he was basically like, and I love this aspect. It was when there's somebody in the group that's like super devious, just like he had that evil in his eyes. Yeah, like he just loved killing, and he's killing these prisoners, and then that's when they find out, and then they were 1v1. And you can see how badass Sung is. Yeah. Because it's actually a really good fight. They're going back and forth off the walls, jumping back. Yeah. You're just hearing the clinks, and everyone's trying to keep up. It's a really good scene. And I really enjoy that because I like the idea of like evil within, this monster.
Yeah, like they're just like, like the evils. Like not only do you have to worry, like you said earlier, you have to worry about monsters, like even double dungeons. Like you don't know what's going on in these freaking dungeons, and then you have to worry about the dude next to you. Like he might kill you for your dungeon loot. Yeah, I would say my favorite scene that I really liked was towards the end when he fights he goes like he's in that other dungeon where he gets this little special key. Like he goes in the very like end. Yeah. It's like a castle, and he fights that like the army.
Yeah, he fights like the general, right? It's got a name. It's like
Egress. Like the whole like all his soldiers, and he ends up fighting like the
Red Knight. Is that it?
He's like black. He's like maybe he is red. Before he gets like in my favorite scene when he defeats all of them, they fight, and he gets the resurrect spell. Resurrects him. Nah, dude, that was so badass. He becomes a necromancer. Because there's classes, so he becomes a necromancer. He raises them all back from the dead,
which was cool because he actually didn't get the Red Knight up the first time because there's a probability of him, and he does it again, and then the Red Knight rises, which was really cool because it shows like, hey, it's not just happening. Like this guy is like a really high level. There's a chance you might not get him to come up. Yeah, so I thought that was really
and he
cool.
kneels down, puts his sword and kneels to him.
Yeah, that was actually pretty badass finale. Actually,
Yeah, the finale was awesome.
Well,
Just raises him.
Well, it did leave on a better cliffhanger than other anime. I was kind of bummed out because I wanted to see exactly what this entailed, but then we had to wait like 6 months.
Yeah.
So is it Core 2?
No,
or is it season 2? Okay.
Season.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's season 2. It's called season 2. Arise from Shadow.
And the only other, I guess, memorable scene that we're forgetting about is the very first scene.
Yeah, very first
with
scene.
the cat with the dungeon.
Yeah,
the actual double dungeon where he's slaughtering everyone. He has that smile. He's stepping on people. He's just slaughtering everyone around them. And then they have to follow the rules, going to the instruments. Yeah. I think that was amazing.
I think if you were to watch Solo Leveling, I would say watch episodes 1 and 2 like together as if it's because they flow very well together. You don't want to like stop at episode 1 and then come back the next day and watch episode 2. You should.
You need to see that, dude. Yeah. The first guy get killed by the axe.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought that was cool. I was like,
it's pretty gory and bloody. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the soundtrack kicks in, dude.
They're all freaking out.
Yeah. Very good, memorable scenes. Yeah.
That is pretty good.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up with our personal reviews and give our ratings. You want to go first?
I'll go ahead and go first. Like I said, I'm a sucker for power reveal anime. I like power level, overpowered characters. The animation is really good. I like that it was gory that you just mentioned. Like there's a lot of blood. They're not afraid to animate violence, which I thought was cool. There's no cursing or anything like that, which I don't really think detracts from it. Overall, like I was very impressed with it. I liked it. It's not some like high-minded kind of anime where you're trying to sort out the intricacies of life and the meaning of certain type of things.
Yeah.
But so overall, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 4.25 edamames.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I thought it was a great watch. I will say some anime aren't really good anime, but are really good watches. I said that with Dan. But
not true.
He's tripping on that one.
But
not true.
Some of these, if it's a good watch, if I can sit there and enjoy it, subbed or dubbed, and I'm just hooked on it. And I remember watching it and standing up, and I was like doing stuff, and I was like looking over. I was like, I gotta put this down and watch because it was getting really good. And then it had some good fight scenes, and then you find out there's betrayal, and then these weapon upgrades, and then it just all kind of worked really well, and I really enjoyed it. So actually, we'll give this a 4.5 out of 5 at the moment.
I'm surprised you gave it a high.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a great anime.
Shocker.
I thought it was a great anime.
I didn't like it at first. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, this is kind of dumb, dude. Like I think the first 3 to 4 episodes are pretty boring. Like even when he gets his little special power and he's like going through it, but like I guess really what I really liked about it was the end. Yeah, the final 2 episodes, like where he goes, like he's finally like achieving a higher like status, like a new class, a new rank. I thought that was pretty badass. Other than that, it was just like kind of melding together. I like the little throwing betrayal in there and all that stuff. But I mean, I give this one a 4. Just because the ending, just because you're like, damn, like it didn't make you not want to watch season 2, Like season 1 was okay enough, but leading into season 2, where you're like, all right, this is gonna get good. Like
now you're hyped.
Yeah. Now like it was kind of like an intro to me. Like season 1, I definitely would give it a watch though. Like definitely check it out. Solo Levels, I give it a 4.
All right, 4.25, 4.5, and 4. Definitely, I guess everyone should check out season 1 if you haven't already.
Check it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll be doing season 2 probably a couple weeks after it finishes.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a full review on that one. But we'll be keeping up with Solo Leveling. It seems to be an anime we watch. I mean, technically, we're keeping up with a couple of anime, Dan, Solo Leveling. I mean, I haven't kept up with Free Run yet, but I will catch up.
Free Run season 2, baby.
So I'll be ready for that.
I got Apothecary Diaries on my watch list.
I need to get that one. That one hurts. So I love my mom. With that being said, guys, that's all we have. You guys got anything else?
No, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know if you want us to watch something. You may not believe it, but
and we do watch. We've been recommended to watch.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Later, guys.